Hello, welcome to Glory Goals.
Yes, the very first podcast that we have attempted.
Yeah, so basically this is kind of, well, I suppose we're about to introduce ourselves. I'm Luke.
I'm Rich.
There we go, introduction's done.
If you've seen us on YouTube, they know who we are.
Yeah, well, this will be on YouTube. So basically, because we're too cheap to pay for a podcasting, hosting, or whatever it's called.
Yep.
And YouTube's free.
It's because we spend too much on price support at our event.
Could be. Yeah, so we're basically just recording this audio clip. And then we're probably just going to put the Glory Goals logo over it, just for you to have on YouTube, because I like having audio stuff in the background when I'm painting.
To listen to.
Yeah.
You can, hear us and not see us. Some people might prefer that.
Yeah. So that's essentially where we are. So the main idea behind this is mainly to talk Guild Ball, really, and what's kind of going on at the moment with the game.
Yeah, definitely. And a few other things that we might end up trying in the future.
Yeah. So, okay.
So you never know.
Let's start. So last weekend, we both went to a Guild Ball. We both went to two separate Guild Ball tournaments.
Yep.
So you went kind of north.
I did. Kind of north. No,
yeah,
it's a little bit north. I went to the WTC.
What is it? The best Guild Ball tournament in the world in Nottingham in July.
Yes, definitely. It was a really good event, actually.
Well, we'll start with talking about yours then.
We'll start with talking about. Actually, what was the name of the event that you went to?
It was the Hemel Hempstead Wargaming Club 32 man, I think. It's something like that, but it was in Hemel Hempstead, ran by Alex Brooks. Really good event. So, what we'll do, so it's not jumping all over the place, we talk about your event first.
Yeah, we'll start off with my event. Right, so Andrew Jones from Singled Out ran this event. I believe it's the third event that he's ran, and you honestly couldn't tell. It was smoothly ran.
Yeah.
Smooth operator. Overall, great day had by all. 4 rounds of Guild Ball.
Yeah.
I ended up going 2 for 2, which was all right. I took my Smiths, and I was a little bit rusty, having not played much since Vengeance, but it was fine overall.
Yeah,
really enjoyable day.
Was it in the same venue that he normally has? It like the Beeston Church Hall thing?
Yes. Or as one person pointed out, that there are 3 Methodist churches in Beeston.
Wow. Go Beeston.
Go Beeston.
So you took your blacksmith. It was 4 rounds.
I did.
Can you remember your 4 rounds? Are we going to talk through your 4 rounds?
I'll talk through my 4 rounds if you want.
Okay.
I started off with a game against John Lee.
John Lee.
It's always an enjoyable game. John always brings either Fish or Union, and this time he brought his Union.
Nice.
A really close game against Vet Rage.
Yeah.
I ended up winning, but in all fairness, it came down to the last round. It was literally a roll-off. Who won the first turn?
Yeah.
Won the game. So, absolutely brilliant game. Absolutely brilliant game. But I haven't brought the rest of my tournament sheets with me, so I apologise to my other opponents.
No, you played Dave Wildy and his Union, didn't you, next? No, Butchers.
No,
Dave Wildy Butchers, yeah.
Dave Wildy Butchers, yes. A brilliant game. I got completely betrayed by my dice. I know everyone always says this, but yeah, if you're listening to this, comment and literally stick up for me on this, because they were atrocious.
What happened?
Just everything failed. Literally every single thing failed. What was it? Alloy tried to tackle Brisket.
Yeah.
I bonus timed it 6 dice.
Yeah.
Didn't get any successes.
Ugh.
Tried that 4 times. Didn't get any successes. So no 5s or 6s on 20 dice is pretty extreme.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it was overall a great game. Then we went to.
No, you played. I think I remember your game, because I was following yours. But you played Matt Best, who was a fisherman player.
Yes, great game. Magnificent game.
He beat me at our tournament with Shark.
Well, he was trying a really interesting format of footballing Corsair.
Okay.
So it was mad. It worked well to an extent.
Yeah.
And it was a real pain to get those goals scored, but somehow I managed it. It was for some very creative kickouts from the goal.
Yeah. So when you say footballing Corsair, was it a 2-2 game you went for?
I think he was aiming for a 2-2, but to be honest, I think a 3-0 was on the cards.
So what was his 6 then?
It was Corsair, Siren, Sakana, Tentacles,
Hag,
and Jack.
Jack. Okay.
Jack just would not die. He took so many flame belches from Burnish.
Yeah.
He just would not die. Cast kept going in, giving him a licking, but opportunities kept presenting themselves, and I just went for the goals in the end. I'm just like, I've had enough of trying to kill this tough-eyed dude standing in cover.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
He, to be honest, he did a magnificent play right at the start with Siren and a dreadful gaze.
Yeah.
Cinder was trying to range tackle Hag. So Dreadgaze popped up, walked next to Cinder. You're now at -2 tack.
That's genius.
So no more tack 5 range tackle.
Down to tack 3.
Yes.
And Hag on 4s and...
In cover, so -1 tack.
Yeah, so
It
4s
was-
and 0, yeah.
Yeah, it was...
Then you've got to use 2 to pop the fear.
Exactly. It was a magnificent play.
That's brilliant.
But yeah, overall it came down to Sakana goal hanging
Yeah.
with Alloy and Cinder chilling at the bottom waiting to get the ball back. Got a goal. I kicked out just in front.
Yeah.
They managed to walk off, take the parting blow, pick the ball up and then score. So I managed to do that twice, so it seemed to have worked.
Yeah. That's solid. And the final round, who did you play?
Final round, I can't remember the chap's name,
Give
but
me
it
2
was
seconds. You keep talking. I'll find you a event.
really enjoyable game against Blackheart Union.
Just keep talking.
Yes.
Talk. It's fine.
It was honestly, it was one of those games that comes down to a stalemate right at the end.
Yeah.
We were both trying to get hold of the ball, but in the end, I kicked and we clocked out. So
You played Nathan Hull, one of the Sheffield lads.
there we go.
He came to our tournament with Zai.
Ended 8-8,
Nice.
and because I kicked, I lost. But overall, great game. But I'd love to have a rematch,
Yeah.
just to sort of to go back over things.
Yeah. So you went 2-2. So
did.
are you happy with your performance? Anything?
I think I could have done better. But to be fair, in that last game, I missed a shot on goal,
Yeah.
so it could have gone differently.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So sometimes it's just
The dice.
Yeah.
But other than that, well played on all my opponents, and Andy
4 good clean games. Was it?
4 good clean games, like solid clean games. And yeah, as I said, Andy ran a great game. I just want to really mention this.
Yeah.
Everyone loves spot prizes,
Yes.
but what Andy did was some sort of bingo.
Yes.
So he had a 4x4 grid, all with different things on that you can achieve during your Guild Ball games. And if you got 4 in a row, you won a prize.
Right.
So yeah,
You do know we're stealing that.
of course we are.
I mean,
Sorry, Andy. We're going to appropriate this information.
that's fine.
It had things like missing a goal, scoring a snapshot.
That's my favourite. Heard someone mention the season 4 errata.
I think everyone ticked that off before the first game. It was it was spectacular idea. I did end up winning 2 rows in the second game after scoring a lot in the first. Some of the ones were a little bit fuzzy, like score a mascot goal. Blacksmiths have no mascot.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, amazing game.
I noticed you've got that kick ticked off.
I did. The way I decided it would work was
whoever you put at the
when
front.
you do the blind draw.
Yeah.
I put a captain and a mascot.
Okay.
It just so happened that my mascot was Alloy. So, my mascot scored a goal.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, right, hear me out, on the flip side, my mascot was very easy to kill.
Right.
So it was very easy for the people to get the killer mascot box.
Yeah.
Because, Alloy scores, goal hangs, dies, comes back, rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
So everyone was getting that. So it's only fair that I got the mascot goal one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah, that seems fair. It was quite a Shark Tank. You've done quite well to avoid some really big names.
I did avoid some really big names.
So there's Steve Easton, James Long were there, Jonathan Mitchell.
He wasn't there.
Wasn't
He didn't turn up.
Elusive.
He was combing his moustache.
Combing the moustache. So you've done that. So because I've been to one of Andy's tournaments, and it was really, really good.
Yeah.
One.
Oh yeah, it was very well run, and I'll definitely be going again in the future.
So I suppose we'll talk about
So
my
how
one.
did your tournament go?
I was quite happy with my performance.
Yeah.
I went 3-2 for the day. I took my rat catchers. I had planned to take the Alchemists because Vet Calculus was due to come out the week before.
And you really enjoyed outgame using.
Yeah, I really enjoyed using her. I just think she kind of turns it up because my biggest issue with Alchemists at the moment is there's a lot of Fish players and a lot of Union players at the moment, and
I wonder why that is.
well, I feel currently that of Alchemists, all their matchups, probably Union and Fish are probably their worst matchups. I feel,
Right, okay.
regardless of captain, I don't feel I have an answer to the questions they're asking.
Yeah.
So that's the main reason. So it was a really, really weird field. It was.
Yeah, I
'cause there
guess with Union, they've got a lot of Def 4, haven't they? Which isn't great for
they've got
the condition game and
they've got
things like that.
they've got Grace and Hemlock, both who can do condition removal, like healing light, all things like that. A lot of guilds currently have condition removal tools, like Rat Catchers have got Miasma.
Yeah. Vet Harmony
and
Masons.
Masons. So generally, the teams that I struggle with, and Fish especially, because I find if I want to play an attritional style game with Smoke, Corsair does it better.
Yeah, oh yeah.
If I want to play a goal scoring game with Midas, Shark does it better. So I feel that with it, I feel against Fish, this may be a psychological thing, is whichever team I put out, I feel that I'm kind of at a loss beforehand.
Yeah.
That may not even be true on the field. I think it's just a psychological thing
Might
with
be
me.
a personal stigma thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not going to complain about things, but yeah, that's just a me thing.
Yeah.
So I took my Rats. It was a really, really weird spread. So in the tournament, there was only like one Union player, 2 Fish players, and I think 4 or 5 Rat Catchers.
Oh, all right then.
So it was a really, really weird spread. I avoided the mirror all day, which is quite nice, and I played 5.
How would you feel playing the mirror? Who would you take?
Well, I actually played the mirror of Vengeance
Okay.
against Jonathan Mitchell.
Well, combing his moustache.
Yeah, he did beat me that game, but it came to, it was like I was on for I think I had someone Gravedigger to knock down. I was on 8 VPs, and then Scourge was to activate, and then he had to do like a bone saw janky type goal thing. If that worked, he won the game 12-8. If it didn't work, I would have then finished off a player with the following activation and won 12-8. So it was a really, really interesting game.
Right, okay.
So yeah, so that's basically that. I know we're really, really sidetracking. So my first game in this tournament last
Still
week.
talking about Guild Ball, we haven't hopped system, so we're not sidetracking that much.
Yeah, so my first one was against Chris Chalcombe from up north,
Oh,
up Sheffield way. He brought his blacksmiths, and he played a very, very, very footballing one. I won that game 12-8. We had a discussion afterwards, and I think he was a bit surprised how easy it. Well, to be honest, I spiked ridiculously on one roll. So he, mid-turn 1, he had the ball on Bolt and went and scored a turn 1 goal and left Bolt in my part of the pitch. We both said that was probably a bit of an error, but he was really anxious about what Piper could do to get the ball off Bolt, so we just released him to get the
Answer
ball.
quite a lot.
Yeah. Well, no, what he done then, he then sent Bolt down, got the goal. I've done the whole setup with Vet Graves going in, knocking down, putting Gravedigger on him.
Setting Scourge on him.
Well, yeah, he didn't take the dodge, I don't believe, once he scored the goal, because he'd measured it out, and he was just outside of Scourge's threat. Obviously, he was kind of expecting me to then go with Piper and then try and do a goal run and get a snapback goal, but instead, with Piper, I used my 3 influence to Reverie Scourge to run across to Bolt. So then Scourge just had to walk up to Bolt to then do it. So Bolt was knocked down, I believe, he was 3s and 1s when he was knocked down, and Scourge had 1 assist, so he rolled 8 dice needing 3s, and he got 8 3s. So he hit his momentous 6 and wrapped for the momentous snap break as well, and then I think Bolt had like 6 health left, and I had 2 swings at him. So
that's an easy kill, that is.
It was but to be honest, it would have only been a 3 VP thing if I hadn't have got that spike. So that's kind of how that bit went.
I had a similar thing against John. He walked Minx up, did a bit of damage to Alloy, and rather than back to the shadows, he was like, "Can Alloy kill Minx?" And I'm like, "Nah." I just laughed at him. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Funnily enough, as it always does. Alloy got the spike and did 5 damage, and then put Minx in the bin.
So then that kind of put it to 4-4. Then I believe I had Pelage over on the left hand side of my pitch with the ball. Chris then brought in Alloy to come and get the ball off Pelage. He charged her in a defensive stance. This was turn 2, so it was 6s in cover. He managed to get the tackle because he only had 3 influence on him, I think, and he wasn't able to do any damage to Back to the Shadows away from her.
Yeah.
He then took 3 damage at the end of the activation. Then I then kind of finished her off. Then it was just inside my half of the pitch, and I left the ball on her just by the halfway line. Then Piper went round, got a bit of momentum off somebody, off Faris I believe it was, and then he then legendaried, pushed Pelage 2 inches across onto the halfway line, spent 3, sent her to Reverie to go and score a goal.
Nice.
So it kind of worked really nice. Chris then got a snapback goal relatively quickly, so then it put him on 8-10, and I think I got a take out on Faris to finish it off. So
Nice.
it was a really...
So which 6 did he use? Can you remember?
He used...
If he's going for a footballing...
So he went Captain Ferrite.
Yep.
So he went Ferrite, Faris, Hearth, Alloy, Bolt, Cinder.
Yep.
So it was
I can see that.
Yeah, it was really, really footballing. So that was round 1. Round 2 I played Daniel Adams.
Yep.
From the Surrey Spartans, I believe it was. He played Hammer Masons. I lost that game 13-6. To be honest, it was potentially a misplay by myself because I decided to kill Flint at the end of the turn for some reason. I just seen the VPs and just went and killed him, which then gave a free reposition for Flint.
Yes.
First activation, and then he then was able to get a goal later on.
It's always strong.
He played it fantastically. So he knows the threats of the rat catchers, and he spread his team around in such a way that made me split my forces.
Yep.
He played Decimate in his 6, and she was just fantastic. So he was able to go and get the ball with Decimate first activation, second winded herself.
Yeah.
So he then went past the ball to safety and then second winded himself back out the way. So I was completely out of threat for Piper. So he played against rats really, really strongly.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I'll happily say when I was outplayed and he just
did well.
He played a really good game, and I made probably 1 or 2 small mistakes and got punished for them. But that's, when you're playing good players, that's all it takes.
Exactly.
Game 3, I played against Barry Voice. He played Midas. I must apologise now to him because I was doing something that I hate when people do to me. When someone attacks you and it's a character you know really well, I kept calling his results that he was going to use before he was...
You're that guy.
I apologised so many times because he was getting 3 hits. I was like, okay, momentus 1 with a push dodge. And he got 1, I was like, okay, momentus dodge. And I was calling the result, and I knew what I was doing.
You should feel bad.
And I couldn't help. I apologise. This is my public apology. I feel like an MP coming out after getting caught doing something inappropriate. So, yeah. Yeah, I was that guy.
That's terrible, man.
But there was a couple of things it could have gone either way really, really easily with that. I won 12-8.
If you knew what he was going to do, then surely you should have won easily.
No, not really. No. There was one error when he could have won that game, and I kind of felt a little bit bad doing it, but it was it was a tournament. It was him positioning.
Yeah.
So I had the ball on Graves. It was about 8 inches away from my goal. He had Vitriol to go with 4 influence on her. He already had a momentum point. His idea was to come and farm a bit of momentum off me, get bonus time goal, go and score, win the game. So what he done, he walked Vitriol round to the edge of my 2-inch melee and exactly 8 inches away from the goal.
Right.
He then hit me, got his success, got a tackle off me. I counter-attacked. I got 1 success and did a momentous 1-inch push, which pushed him 2.1 inches away from me and then 8.1 inch away from the goal. And realistically, it was at that point when he was like, "Yeah, I've just lost the game," and it was a. I felt bad because it felt more like he lost the game rather than I won the game.
Yeah.
So it felt like he would have won the game if he hadn't have made that slight position error. But you know, it was game 3 on a thing. But
you know, at the end of the day, that's a mistake he's only going to make once.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
yeah,
in the long term,
it was a fantastic opponent. Fantastic. It was really enjoyed him. Game 4 was against Chris Tamplin with his Grange Farmers. Oh, that's a miserable scrum. That right. First time ever I've clocked out in a game.
Really?
I've never clocked out in Guild Ball before. Granted, I won in my last as I clocked out, but yeah.
So what was the final score?
It was 12-7.
So how many of those points did you give away for minute activations?
1. It was 12-6.
Oh, it's just the one. Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah. So it was just such a miserable scrum. So it was the turn when he sent Fallow up to me.
Oh, right, okay.
And then I was like, okay, right. So it was the end of a turn. I was like, right, next turn, she's going in the bin because I know she starts off with really low tack. And like she's 4th and 0 with a 1-inch melee, she's going in the bin. It was then he kind of went up with Grange, went and knocked down a couple of my players because he's got momentous knockdown on 1. He then constitutioned Fallow. Fallow.
Yeah, to give a tough hide.
To give a tough hide, and then legendary to give a sturdy. And then I was just like, just go down.
It's amazing. You wanted that old lady to go down.
She just wouldn't. Honestly, it was one of those games. He was a fantastic opponent, but it was just one of those grindy thing. I didn't help it by getting. Well, actually, I started with a goal. So I kicked with Piper. He then collected the ball to Millstone, and then passed it to Grange, and then got the 4-inch dodge with Millstone. So he had no momentum. So then I just sent Piper in. I walked Piper up, then said, Grange, you want me to come to you or you to come to me? I then hit Grange with I was crowded out by Tater, I think, and then got 1 success for the momentous tackle, then done a couple of momentous pushes to clear some people out of the way, and then scored, and then with the momentum just dodged into cover by the goal.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like, you're going to spend your whole turn killing me. But yeah, I'll trade 4 VPs for 2. That's fine. So yeah, that's how the game started. But then he controlled the game fantastically and just really controlled the game. And he kept hold of the ball. He then dictated the play.
Yeah.
And it was because maybe a couple of lucky rolls on mine, maybe a good few positionings and stuff.
Yeah.
I think there was a couple of things I did that he potentially didn't expect coming.
Yeah.
I had Miasma surrounded by 4 Farmers players with 2 influence on her. I just hard casted Exploding Spores.
Oh, nice.
So I was like 2 damage and poison to everyone around me, and then you can all have disease.
Strong.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll just die here now.
At least they're at the -1 tack.
Yeah, it worked really nicely.
Nice. Yeah. And then your last game.
My final game, I lost to Butchers, Philip Butchers. It was.
Philip's still in a good place.
So I'd done quite a cheeky thing. I don't know whether it might have lost me the game, but I was laughing internally. So I kicked the ball over with Piper again, like a little weird, awkward kick off.
Yeah.
He then got the ball with Princess and kicked it back into space. I then went, Princess, am I coming to you? You coming to me? He went, I'll come to you. So then I spent the turn double pushing Princess back to my deployment line, and then done a 3 VP takeout on Princess. So I had the whole team round me. I was about 10 momentum up at the end of turn 1.
Well, that is hilarious. Was that an effective use?
Probably not, but it was game 5. I wasn't going to place. I wasn't going to win anything.
Yeah.
It was just an enjoyable. Well, actually, I might have placed. I was 3-1 at that point.
You're doing well.
But yeah, I was again. I was just having a laugh, to be honest. I was like, this is going to be really, really funny.
That does sound really good.
And then Fillet, Meat Hook, Gutter, done their kind of things.
Yep.
And then and it just kind of went, and I had a couple of bum rolls potentially that might have lent to think. I wouldn't have said. I'm not going to say I lost because of dice. I think it was just Butchers are good at momentously killing people.
Yes.
I really struggled to get to the ball, so he kind of forced me to get into that fight. So he kind of kept Tenderizer right back near his goal with the ball,
which is what you're kind of supposed to do.
Yeah, he just kept the ball on him, and then he let all of his ladies come and do the fight in. which obviously was really good, picking a pretty much an all-female team.
Yep.
Apart from Boiler.
Oh yeah.
Just because it was, it just worked really, really well.
So what was that? Fillet, meat hook.
Fillet, meat hook.
Which brisket?
No, didn't have a brisket.
No
So we had
brisket.
fillet, princess, meat hook, gutter,
Tenderizer.
and boiler.
Ah.
So the main three were doing the doubt with fillet, meat hook, and gutter.
Yeah.
Then Boiler came and done the dreams.
Gutter is so good for butchers.
He managed to do the dream as well. So he had because I finished off gutter, I think, with Scourge, the 3 VP takeout early in one turn. Then Scourge was kind of stood out there, activated, and then he then done the dream where send Princess in, send Boiler in, and bang, 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 getting the meat up, tooled up
Yeah.
Boiler, and then Boiler just put Scourge in a bin.
It's impressive.
It was
Tough hide model with.
Well, you're getting a
lot of boxes.
You're getting all the plus damages and everything like that. And
True story.
Scourge was knocked down, so it was 2s.
Yep.
Rhapsody, man.
2s with tack 7.
Yeah, plus 2 damage.
Plus 2 damage. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so I lost that game 13-8, but it was a really thoroughly enjoyable game.
And that's what you can ask for, really. At the end of the day.
Really, 5 clean games.
I'd
5
sooner have a close loss than an easy win.
That's the point. To be honest, I don't think any of them were. Looking at them, every single one I won, it was 7, 8, 8. Yeah, 7, 8, 8.
Cool.
But yeah, so that's basically my.
But that's a quick review. Say quick, 25 minutes review of our.
For about 20 of that was me talking.
It's fine, it's alright. You love the sound of your voice, and you had 5 games, so I only had 4. It's all good.
Yeah, so it was really good. Highly recommend Alex Brooks. His tournaments are good, and he comes to our tournament, so I feel obliged to plug him.
Talking about that, we have another event scheduled for the 29th of September.
Yes.
It will hopefully be a really good event over at the Chase. We're looking for 32 man.
Yarp.
And we've got some honestly, I don't want to reveal the secrets so far, right? But we've got some superb prize support for this event.
I suppose we can give out the sportsman one because we value sportsmanship.
Yep.
Can I do it?
Crack on.
Right.
You've spoken enough. Let's go.
Right. So you may or may not know Dave Millington from the Wolves Glade. If you've ever been to any Guild Ball tournament in the UK, you will have seen his trays.
And to be honest, if you've watched any of our videos, you'll have seen us use his tokens for God tier.
Yeah. So he's got these amazing multi-layered trays and that. So we've because we value sportsmanship at our events, we always go out to put a good prize for best sportsman. So at the end of the day, you vote on who your best opponent is of the people you've played that day. And so the winner of this, our next event, gets one of these Dave Millington trays and Wolf Glade.
That's a pretty damn good prize, to be fair.
Well, I've been to events where that's been the first prize.
You watch, right? David Cameron will come in with his blisters and his cakes, and try and bribe his way through to it.
Yeah. So yeah, he's so that's basically what.
So we have that for our sportsmen, which is great.
Also,
and the first prize will be
if they're out,
or if not, we'll give them a voucher.
Yeah.
For a Navigator's set.
Yeah, Navigator set because they come out like the week before.
Yep. So we're going to get hold of a box of those for you guys, and the first prize can have that.
Yeah.
We've got some bases that we gave out in the last.
Some Glory Goals proxy bases, which
and we have something else
which we're not
will
going
be
to
a
talk
surprise.
About. Yeah. Also as well, it's probably going to be one of the last events of Season 3.
Yep.
Because Season 4 drops on the 12th of October at SteamCon USA and ours on the 29th of September.
So hence it being called the
Season 3 finale, the glorious Season
S3 finale.
Then another big thing is the community event.
Yep.
With the Rookie League or the Pick a Rookie thing.
The draft.
Yeah, I would get that in the end. The rookie draft.
The rookie draft.
That starts on the Monday before our tournament. So I spoke to Jamie Giblin and I said, would it be possible if we could do, for our event as being like the first weekend of the community event, if we could register all of our games as community events? And he said yes.
So there you go. So if you guys really want a specific player for your guild, get to the event, play that guild, and we will rail in a load.
I think it works out for, if it's 32 people, it works out as 160 votes.
There you go. So get on it.
Yes, it works out as 160 votes to the community project. So that'll be really,
Hopefully
really cool.
that'll put some sway on it.
I'm still gutted about last year. Alchemist.
Oh, don't you even talk. Looking at how Vet Decimate is, I wish that was for Masons.
Right, so, no, right. I think I've got a justified point here.
Do you really want Harriet?
No,
Harriet is a fun model, but
I've got
she's not as competitive as the others.
I have a justified point. Right. It's probably not going to be a justified
It
point.
probably isn't. There's going to be so much salt.
Right.
I best get a drink ready.
Right, no. So, alchemists were ahead of... No. Just
No. I'm sorry, but Crimea River, right? Fish were running away with gutter
Yeah.
until SteamCon.
Yeah, but no. This
And
is
then the
nothing.
butchers took it out from underneath. So don't talk about how far alchemists were ahead.
This is nothing about SteamCon. SteamCon can stay out of this.
Stay out of the SteamCon!
No, what it was, right? Alchemists were ahead. Then, because all the hunters and all the morticians were voting for Hemlock either way, then oh no, guess what happens?
What happened?
Well, they go, morticians have automatically won Hemlock, and hunters have Minx.
No way!
So then all these people with votes went, oh, look what models come out. That Harry looks quite nice, the engineers. Let's all pile our votes behind her, and then she swayed up.
I'm gobsmacked.
Oh no, heresy.
Tinfoil hat time.
I'll keep my alchemist conspiracies to myself. I'll put out a blog. Illuminati.
Illuminati confirmed.
Well, it is. It's a triangle, isn't it? The alchemist thing.
That might as well be Harry Potter.
That's what I thought.
There you go, Harry Potter. Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah.
Half-Life 3.
Yeah. It's all fitting together.
So.
I'm done talking about alchemists now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Should we talk about minor guilds?
Let's talk about minor guilds.
Go on then.
So, everyone has already seen the rats. Everyone has talked. Just hear you talk about the rats for 20 plus minutes.
They could do with a bit of a buff.
They could not. If Pelage got nerfed, I think it'd be great. Pelage is just too much for free, but that's the thing for another day. So, then was the Falconers, which have obviously been delayed till this weekend.
I got
But we
my
have seen
email.
all
I'm getting
the
them
cards.
tomorrow.
That's really, really good. The other one is the church.
Yes.
So a lot of the models for the church are already out,
Yes.
and this weekend we should be getting the last three, which is Vet Fangtooth and Vet Spigot. Sorry,
Yes.
and Seasoned Spigot.
Seasoned veteran
So-
Captain Spigot.
Seasoned Veteran Captain Spigot, yeah, get on the bandwagon. Make some t-shirts. Maybe we should make some Glory Goals t-shirts
Yeah.
with the Seasoned Veteran Captain
Spigot.
Spigot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, get on it. Anyway, so you guys keep your eyes peeled because in the next couple of weeks we will be doing a game, Falconers versus the Church.
Yeah.
So, because we know a lot of you guys wanted to see me use the Church versus. It was in the
Fish.
last game. It's
against Alchemists,
It was
wasn't it?
against the Alchemists one, but you know,
We didn't really want to
We're gonna-
proxy most of the models when we
but
thought.
now we have the models. So, we will have the models. I mean, I've got pride. I have a standard sitting down
Yeah.
pride. But what we're going to do is we're going to do new team versus new team. So I'm going to use the Church 6 and you're going to use the Falconers.
Yeah.
So, but you know, we have all the rules for the Falconers. Obviously, the Navigators are out next. There was a cheeky early release for
Windfinder. See, everyone's kind of gone into like meltdown about it, about thinking she's amazing. But when you,
She is amazing, but I'm more interested in the fact that she was announced a couple of days early on a magazine.
yeah, as a pundit, that angers me. Not really. Yeah. So loads of people seem to be up in arms about her Stormwind ability. So she's got, whenever she hits an enemy model with a character play, the enemy model suffers a knockdown condition.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So that she can.
Since she's the only captain without a knockdown naturally.
Yes.
But if you take that into consideration, she's got a knockdown on 3,
Yeah.
which is effectively a knockdown and 2 tack.
Yeah, definitely. So knockdown and singled out. But my kind of thing that I said in our, because we've got our Guild Ball Messenger group, that there was a lot of, oh my god, sky is falling.
World's ending.
Quick, this is Sean New Model thing. I thought her as like the singled out is fantastic essentially for giving +2 tack against that person for against a ball carrier or something to come and get your momentous tackles, wrapping, doing all your
But at the end
pushes
of the
and
day, you've
dives.
still got to hit them.
Yeah, but then
And a lot of your ball carriers are going to be like Def 5.
so if you want to give singled out to someone to go and to attack a ball carrier, you don't want to be knocking them down, do you?
No. True story.
So that was the thing.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, to help that player out, she can give them +2 move and a free charge.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, she doesn't have to do +2 tack and knockdown. There's other things that she
Oh
can
yeah,
do.
definitely. I think she's going to be a really, really cool captain.
She'll be an interesting captain.
See, I'm more. The biggest thing I think of will be the effect that Fathom and Horizon have on the fish team.
Yeah.
What I do seem to like is the positive in this is that it's kind of pushing fish away from the attritional scrum.
So do you think there'll be a reduced Corsair presence at tournaments?
I think the 4-1 days are probably going because they've lost Avarice and Greed. They've now lost Gutter. So these are key players who they...
Yeah.
So they're losing all access to momentous damage
Yeah.
within the guild, which
No,
I
that's
think
true.
is a really good because kind of it's taking fish maybe back to... So they're adding these mega superstar football-y type players to try and put fish back to where they were. Because, I'm not going to say it's a misplacement like that, but I don't think the Corsair 4-1 game when Avarice and Greed was about should have been a thing.
No, but it was a thing.
Oh, it was a thing, yes. Steamforge rectified it relatively quickly by getting rid of Avarice and Greed.
Yep.
And then now with the Union going, they're getting rid of Gutter, that type of stuff.
Yeah,
So
totally.
So it's kind of bringing them... Like, it's a
So
long
basically,
game.
they've lost one of their better combat players and gained access to 2 really good footballers.
Yeah.
So you think it's like a steam forged method to try and direct fish back to where they should be?
Yeah, because fish should be the footballing teams.
Yeah,
Like,
I can see that.
that's what I really like it. I enjoy Shark.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy playing as Corsair particularly. I don't enjoy playing against Corsair particularly.
I'm not sure many people enjoy playing against Corsair. I think I've used him in a couple of games and I didn't really enjoy him that much, but
Yeah, it's not really,
it's just rinse and repeat. It's your drag, beat down.
take out, and then you take out, kill a few people, and go and finish with a goal.
Yeah.
That's it. It works.
It works for some people. Some people get off on that.
It's a tried and tested method, and it does work.
Tried and tested.
Hey. We're also going to be recording our Vetsicana game.
Yes, re-recording.
Yeah.
Again, we can only apologise for that, guys.
Yeah, so we're doing Vetsicana versus Vetchisel. We're not really going to talk about how the first game went. We're just going to crack on and pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, it's upsetting. It's upsetting for a lot of us.
Yeah. So
Anyway, Falconers.
I haven't really looked at the cards.
Have you not? I'm super excited about the cards.
So Divana,
I
she
won a
looks
set
awesome.
of the alt art cards at the tournament at the weekend, and I love them.
Yeah.
I got the alternate models as well, so I'm all hooked up,
Yeah.
ready for the box. Like the missus wants to buy me them for my birthday,
Get to play Navs.
but I kind of want them now.
Get to play Navs.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. But you know what it's like.
Yeah. So
Despite having multiple wargaming hobbies, I'm so hard to buy for.
yeah.
So either way, I'll be buying Falcons for myself.
Yeah.
And screw her.
Yeah.
So we have the cards here in front of us.
So how do you feel the 6 play? Forget the 2 down players.
Oh, to be honest, Egret would be in my tournament 6. Well, sorry, in my regular 6.
Yeah.
A lot, because I think she adds roughly the same sort of thing that Matagi's adding.
Yeah.
I think Rundas, or Redundas, as I've been calling him at home, I don't see him having that much space. He's kind of like a poor man's Decimate.
You don't see Dirty Knives snapping with buddying up with Snare.
Oh, I think it would be amazing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I can see me using Divana with Frelsi, obviously.
Yeah.
But with Egret, Matagi for all their ranged shenanigans.
Yeah.
So like literally they could put out a lot of damage.
And then 2 more, so
And then you go for Icarus
for the goal.
for the goal threat, and then maybe Minerva,
Yeah.
because as a toolbox player, she's got everything that you need.
Yeah, let's plus 2 tack. The Harry's
Like literally, yeah, she can give out the +2 tack. She's got a knockdown on 2,
Yes.
and she's 2-inch range.
Yes, you've got
Two
two
inch reach.
two models here who can put out a Harrier,
You've got Devon who can move it.
which is plenty really. I don't think you really need more than 2.
You don't. And then, like I said, it'd be very easy if you kick off, player comes to fetch the ball.
Yeah.
You then drop a Harrier on them.
Yeah.
Egret poisons them, does 3 damage with Flurry, plus Snap. Matagi comes and does the same with Bleed.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage on one player.
Oh god, yeah.
So the way I'd be playing it, very go for like a 2-2,
Yeah.
or maybe even a 3-0 if it comes to it.
So I'm going to be a bit of a loss when I play you with just a normal 6 then.
Potentially, but
With Redundas.
with Redundas.
But I think he may surprise us. He's got Shadow Light, Tough Eye.
Oh, I think he's really good, and when paired with Minerva, they're great, because obviously she can set him up by putting a Harrier out so he hasn't got to, putting out +2 attack, knocking them down, and then giving an assist. Right, it's amazing.
Yeah. But you just feel
But
that
then I
Egret
feel
does a little bit more.
I feel that Egret does a little bit more.
And she's got the 8-inch sprint, 8-inch.
Exactly.
Okay,
She's
excuse
another striker if you need her. So who would you take? Obviously you've got your 8. Do you see Hearn having a part in your team?
I like the easy access to a knockdown.
But Minerva does that.
She's going to stick around a bit. He's going to stick around a bit more potentially.
5 boxes longer. You're right.
3-1 to a 4-0. It's got light-footed as well. She got light-footed.
No, I don't think she's got light-footed. But she can, if you kill a player in that aura, she can heal or clear a condition.
So he's got his cool lunar eclipse thing to dodge around with the snare.
But do you ever see people use that in the Hunters?
No, I only ever see regular her now they fixed him.
Exactly. Honestly, I think the guild would work so much better if they had access to regular Hearn.
Yeah. Or J-Car.
Which J-Car would be amazing. But yeah, they've got...
J-Car. Well, J-Car can still have Harriers in normal Hunters.
True story. Yeah. J-Car with Harrier would be amazing.
Bear can benefit from... Anyway, Phil kind of...
Either way, so we've...
Yeah, well, I'm really looking forward to...
Do a quick rundown of your 6, and then we'll call it.
I don't know. I'd probably swap Icarus for Egret. So I'd have to start a 6 with Egret instead of Icarus. 1, because I don't really like the Icarus model.
I don't think he fits with the theme.
He should be an engineer.
He should be an engineer, but his gold run is incredible.
But then, with me, I'm a little bit... When I'm playing a team that's a 2-2, I'm kind of reluctant at times to take players who are just there for scoring goals.
No, I can agree with you.
So this is why when I was doing like a 2-2 game, I don't really like taking Mist. This is like when I was doing like 2-2 with Alchemist, I'd rather take Decimate because she's got a 9-inch sprint, 6-inch kick, but then she's got other sources of things.
Do damage as well. Yeah.
So I feel if you have the ball on the opposite side of the pitch or away from Icarus, you've just got a player stood there doing nothing.
True story.
That's my general thing.
No, I can get behind
But
that.
obviously that's without playing any games with them. But that's Egret, she's a striker. She's got 8-inch sprint, 8-inch kick.
Personally, I think Icarus is your kick and to retrieve.
Yeah.
And then if he dies, he dies. Like the old Rocky thing.
If he dies,
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
And then after that, he just goal hangs or chills on the wing.
Yeah.
So you can do enough damage with the other 5.
Yeah,
But no,
that's
I can
true.
totally understand your...
That's my thought process, basically. Yeah.
Good times. Right. So, anyways, thanks everyone for actually taking the time to listen to us.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a little bit easier for you guys to fit in around your schedule rather than trying to watch a game. So let us know what you think to this. And
I quite enjoy doing these because we used to do them with Heroic Play for a while.
we did. But
Yeah.
we have a...
But we want Mark to carry on doing them, but he won't. So come on, Mark. Well, I do. I enjoy doing podcasts.
True story.
So come on, get your finger out.
Right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let us know if you enjoyed it and we'll do some more.
Even if you don't, we'll
Like,
probably still do some more.
subscribe and ring the bell. Doing the action and they can't even see me.
Yeah.
And that's it. So enjoy yourselves, guys. Keep playing Guild Ball and we'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. Cheers.
Bye.